Another very useful type in Python is str or str, which stands for string. And once again, this is an abstraction. It's trying to abstractly represent textual data. So, as an example, suppose I give the string, in quotes, August 15th, 1947. Notice that this textual data has both letters, uppercase letters like the A, lowercase letters like so. It has special characters like spaces and commas, and it has digits like 1, 5, 9, and so on. In the REPL, I have typed the string inside double quotes. When I pressed enter, this evaluated as the string August 15th, 1947, but notice that this is in single quotes. Python doesn't mind if you represent your strings within single quotes or double quotes. So I could have, for example, in the REPL just typed August 15th, 1947 in single quotes, and I would have got the same answer. Now, it's important to remember that if you start a string with a certain type of quote, you must end it with the same type of quote. So as an example, if I started my string with a double quote, but I ended it with a single quote and then I pressed enter, then this would result in a syntax error. The Python REPL is telling me that you began your string over there, but I don't see it ended before you pressed enter. And it calls this an unterminated string literal. It's waiting for me to press enter at the termination or the end of that string, and it can't find the closing double quote. Now, suppose I wanted a string with a single quote within it. For example, 15th August 47. Well, this is also a syntax error because I started the string with this single quote, and although I intended this single quote to be the apostrophe to represent just 47, Python will treat this single quote as the end of the string. And so then when it comes over here and it says 47 single quote, it's looking for me to terminate that single quote as well. And since it doesn't see it before I press enter, it again tells me unterminated string literal. So of course, if you want a string that contains a single quote, you can put that string within double quotes. And similarly, if you want a string that contains double quotes, you can put that within single quotes. So now, of course, the question will be in your mind, what if I have a string that has both a single quote and a double quote in it? How do I represent that in Python? I'm going to give you 3 different ways of answering questions like this, because questions like this are going to come flooding to your mind. What about this situation? What about that situation? So the 3 ways. Number 1, ask in the REPL. See if you can immediately get an answer, something that does not produce some kind of error. Try it out. Strategy number 2, of course, is search online. Google for an answer. Strategy 3 is to ask a generative AI tool like ChatGPT. Now, both strategy 2 and strategy 3, I want you to realize you should be comfortable with understanding the answers by now. We're getting to the point where we have seen just about enough technical content so that we should be able to understand the responses to some of these questions. Perhaps not all. Perhaps some of the answers will be very technical and they will confuse us. But I want you to start developing the confidence of asking these questions. Do not expect that this short series of videos will answer every question that will come to your mind. I cannot anticipate every question that comes to your mind. But I want you to use these 3 resources: the REPL, online search, and asking a generative AI assistant, and you should be confident that you can make sense of those answers. Occasionally, if the answer doesn't make sense, you can again use the other tools, especially the generative AI tools. Please help me understand this error message, and you will find that it will assist you in your learning. So please use generative AI tools to assist your learning. Of course, not just in this course, but in any other subject that you're interested in learning. Now, continuing with strings, if we want a string that spans multiple lines, let's say we want to represent textual data that is a paragraph of text, well, that is possible. You can enclose your string within triple quotes. So here I have started with the double quotes repeated 3 times, and I'm ending again with the double quotes repeated 3 times. I could similarly start with the single quotes repeated 3 times. And if I do that, that is just a normal string, but within that string I could press enter and it doesn't treat it as an error. It doesn't say I didn't see the corresponding closing. So it will wait multiple lines until finally it sees the closing. Now when I press enter, it says, oh, you typed in this string. Notice that inside this string there is this \n. That is something we will come to in just a minute.